Women Shape Biodiversity Futures!
My name is Munira. Currently, I am a legal and advocacy officer at 𝗀𝗃𝗃, a forest conservation organization in Indonesia. I'm really happy to be able to participate in this workshop. I got to learn a lot about the CBD, all of its tools, and the implementation framework. In my work, I do have a lot of work with many amazing women across Aceh, my province. Many women paralegal, many women rangers, also women religious leaders, as well as young women who led the environmental advocacy efforts. So understanding gender-responsive approach is really vital to my work. I hope I can contribute more in this field by implementing what I learned to support the grassroots communities applying their voices. Thanks to Women for Biodiversity for holding such an amazing workshop. See ya!
Hello, I'm Lucrecia from 𝗀𝗹𝗹𝗶𝗹 and I'm representing my organization, 𝗀𝗃𝗱𝗶𝗶 Movement 𝗀𝗹𝗹𝗶𝗃. So our work is to address environmental issues in our country among youths and also our local community. Here, thanks to Women for Biodiversity, I can be able to dive deep and to understand what CBD is and how my work on the ground related to the CBD itself. And I'm really happy because here we have the opportunity to share and to learn from other very, very potential women about their works, about what they have doing to be able to protect, take care of our biodiversity, as well as to empower other girls.
Hello everyone, this is 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗶𝗶𝗹 from Bangladesh. I am a YCAP fellow and beside that I am the founder of United Youth Network. Basically, I work with the women and youth group in the marginalized coastal community in Bangladesh, focusing on climate education, biodiversity and community-based problem-solving issues or entrepreneurial issues. So basically, the sessions or CBD or Cumin Montreal Global Framework is really connected to my community because the women of my community is already supporting the biodiversity, but sometimes their voice is already lagged behind and not included in the decision making. So from today's session, I just connect and realized how important the gender responsible data is for decision making and how important is the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 and CBD and the other frameworks to include women voice into the decision makings and all.
Hi, I'm Manika. I'm a landscape ecologist. I work in the nexus of biodiversity conservation, restoration, sustainable use. And of course, this all cannot be completed without social systems in place. We start with landscape assessments, where we go to the fields, consult the communities. We do the ecological planning, restoration design. And it all depends on understanding who is using the ecosystem, who is managing it, and who is getting benefited from it. And here, women's perspective is central because they are the knowledge keepers and they are the thought bearers of the society, especially in the communities. So we involve them as much as we can, but still, I feel that their contribution is little diluted, but we need to have a training on that. And this workshop was really fruitful for me because learning from the experts make a difference. So we learned about very precisely on gender mapping, how to get a gender equality. We deep down into gender plan of action, and we also learned about gender responsible budgeting, which was very new, and learning about specific gender components under 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 too was very helpful and insightful. And now we feel like policy literacy and gender lens needed to be in place to ensure landscape level ecological interventions, which are both scientifically rigorous and socially legitimate.
Hello everyone, my name is Minh and I'm from Vietnam. So I have tried 2 days of the workshop and learning so much about CBD, about target 23. And I found that in Vietnam we have not committed to the target 23. So when I come back home as a communication officer of a non-profit organization in Vietnam, I will spread out the message about gender in biodiversity and try to have to accelerate our country to commit to target 23.
Hi, my name is Choni Youngzom and currently I'm working as Senior Forest Officer in Nature Conservation Division under Department of Forest and Park Services in Bhutan. So we, the Department of Forest, we are one of the implementing agency for 𝗀𝗙𝗃𝗹𝗶, that is National Biodiversity Strategy and Action Plan. And this workshop is really incredible and it's really relevant to the work that I do. And I always encourage women to come forward and attend such workshop and do incredible jobs in biodiversity conservation.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Darlene. I'm from Center for Sustainability. I'm an advocacy specialist. So our mission is to conserve the remaining forests of the Philippines through the establishment of critical habitats and other protected areas and conservation areas. So we do this through community organizing, engaging the indigenous peoples and youth through, we are also leading scientific studies and also the political lobbying. So first, in the reflection of the Women for Biodiversity, this workshop. So this really, I would say that we are grateful to be part of this workshop, and especially that you created a space for women to share their knowledges and experiences. And so yeah, and overall, in terms of our work, for sure, when we go back to our community, to the indigenous community. So together with my colleagues, we will be discussing how to contribute to be able to reach and achieve the targets for the KMGBF and also with the national targets with the 𝗀𝗙𝗃𝗹𝗶.
Hello, I'm Himaya Vadige from Sri Lanka. So in here, I'm representing Global Youth Biodiversity Network. I'm really happy to participate this Women Shape Biodiversity Futures workshop throughout 3 days in Thailand. And throughout this workshop, I've learned about the Kunming-Montreal Biodiversity Framework and also the Convention on Biological Diversity, and also the how the lens of women put into the 23 different targets, and I've learned a lot from this workshop.
Hello, this is Lulu from China, and I'm now working in UNDP as an ecosystem and biodiversity intern. And it's really my great honor to be here to participate in this Women for Biodiversity workshop. And here I do learn some practical theories and also learn more stories, and also to learn how to imply it into my practical work. And so in the future, I hope that I can be an official staff in United Nations or any other frontier organizations to practice those testimonies into reality and to contribute to the ecosystem biodiversity restoration.
Hi, my name is Chris. So I'm from Malaysia. The work that I'm focusing on is about marine conservation about marine mammals. And the key takeaway that I learned from this workshop is I understand that country do have to prepare some reports that show what is the method they have taken to fulfill the target that is listed by the CBD. And then I also realized that a lot of the women actually doesn't really have the right to speak and to join in conservation. So people like me, a girl from Malaysia, I'm very lucky that I'm born with this kind of opportunity. So maybe after this workshop, I have to find my method how to be their voice for those who have the voice but they can't really voice out.
Hi, I am Amthon Paipana Sampan from IWAC. I live in the Chiang Mai, Thailand. I work about empowerment indigenous women in the Thailand, and they have to work with the elder group and the women group and the indigenous women 𝗀cie𝗹𝗹𝗶. For this shop, I have to learn more about the CBD And before we just to hear, we never to learn and we never to know more. But this time I have to learn more, and interesting. I think that in the future I will. I want to know more and learn more.
Sabainaba, reading from the 𝗀cie community and the indigenous community. I'm from Bangladesh and the Chittagong Hill Tracts, and I'm working with the Green Milieu as a head of strategic partnership. So after the 3 days experience, it's feel like I learned a lot of things about the biodiversities and also the targets areas. Actually, in previous times, actually I not even knows about this kind of the perspectives and the rights also and the targets and the COP and analysis about the frameworks and the mechanisms. But I learned a lot of things and get new friends from the 11 different countries, and they have lots of experience also. They have their own initiative which we actually learned a lot of things from them. And it's my after the workshop, I actually when I back to the Bangladesh, I actually planted that I will definitely do a training, a 1 day or 2 day training for the community peoples, community youths, for to learn experience to share them how I learned and what I learned, and to practice it for and develop to our community better.
Namaste, I am Rosani from Nepal. I'm working for the 𝗀cie Network Nepal. 𝗀cie Network Nepal is an association from the community, from the individual, and also the organization who contribute the biocultural conservation. In my country, the women had a lot of work for the biodiversity conservation, but the resource right is not guaranteed yet. So when I back in my country, first I want to make one women group and one form the women network under our organization 𝗀cie Network Nepal, and I want to make raise the issue, and I want to organize the meeting, and I also discuss about this issue. We try to advocate and also try to implement the gender right and gender role and gender issues of the all level of government sector.